Most men aren't broke because they're lazy. They're broke because nobody ever taught them how to think. And I'm not talking about school. School taught you how to follow instructions, sit in a seat, and work for somebody else's dream. I'm talking about the kind of thinking that actually builds a life. The kind that keeps you standing when everything around you is falling apart. If you've ever felt stuck, like no matter how hard you work, you can never get ahead, this video is going to show you exactly why. And more importantly, what to do about it. Stay with me. The first reason most men stay broke and stuck is this. They're playing someone else's game. From the time you were a child, you were handed a script. Go to school. Get a job. Work hard. Retire someday. Maybe. And for a long time, you followed it. Because that's what men around you did. That's what your father did. That's what his father did. But here's what nobody told you. That script was written for a different world. A world where loyalty to a company was rewarded, where physical ability guaranteed income, where one income stream was enough to feed a family and build a future. That world is gone. And the men who are thriving right now aren't the ones who worked harder inside that old system. They're the ones who stepped outside of it entirely and built something of their own. The first step to escaping stuck is accepting that the map you were given was never drawn for your destination. You have to draw your own. The second reason men stay stuck is the one nobody wants to say out loud. It's not the economy. It's not their circumstances. It's not bad luck. It's the voice inside their own head telling them they're not capable. I know that voice personally. I've heard it my entire life. Growing up without money, watching my family struggle, telling myself, that's just how the things are for people like us. That voice almost won. Then life forced my hand. I found myself physically limited, unable to do the work I'd always relied on my body to do, with a family depending on me and no clear path forward. And in that moment, I had two choices. I could believe the voice that said I was finished, or I could get quiet enough to hear something stronger. What I found was this. Every single limitation I thought I had was a belief I had accepted from someone else. Not a fact, not a permanent reality. A belief. And beliefs can be changed. The men who escape stuck aren't superhuman. They don't have advantages you don't have. They simply decided at some point that the voice telling them they couldn't was lying, and they stopped listening. That decision, that single moment of choosing a different belief, is where everything begins. You cannot build a new life on top of an old broken belief system. It will collapse every single time. You have to rebuild the foundation first. That's not motivational fluff, that's construction. You wouldn't build a house on a cracked foundation and expect it to stand. Your mind works the same way. So what does the escape actually look like? I'm not going to sell you a fantasy. I'm going to tell you exactly what it looks like in real life because I'm living it right now. It starts with one decision, not a plan, not a strategy, a decision. The decision that you are done accepting less than what you're capable of, that your kids will grow up in different circumstances than you did, that your limitations, whatever they are the material you build with, not the reason you quit. That decision creates clarity, and clarity creates direction. From direction you build structure. You identify what tools you have access to. You study the people who have done what you want to do. You take the best pieces and build your own path. You act before you're ready, and you correct as you go. And you do it every single day, not when you feel like it. Every day. Because consistency is the only thing that separates the men who make it from the men who almost did. The world we live in right now gives every man with a phone and a work ethic the ability to build real income without a boss, without a degree, and without his body holding him back. That is not an exaggeration. That is the reality of where we are in history. The question is whether you're going to take advantage of it or keep waiting for a better time. There is no better time. There is only right now. This channel exists for one reason: to give men the principles, the structure, and the tools to build provisions for themselves and their families. Real talk, no fluff, no get rich quick, just the actual work of becoming the man you already know you're supposed to be. If that's what you're looking for, subscribe, because we're just getting started. And if this video hit something in you, share it with a man who needs to hear it. You might change his life. I'll see you in the next one.